Hi, I recently joined a gun range as a member, and at this particular gun range, they're not real fancy. You provide your own targets and target stands. So I looked around in the garage what kind of target stands I could make. And what I did is I noticed I had some political yard signs with these metal frames. And I decided, hey, that'll work just perfect. And of course you could just make it using one of the frames and have a lower target, but I decided I'll attach a couple of them, one on top of the other, get my targets where I can get my targets up in the air. Attach this, you know, like 6 inches or whatever I need. Get it up here. And then I'll be able to attach this target to it. Now of course I need a backer, so I'm going to cut out this cardboard. This is a cardboard box. You can get cardboard a lot of free places. Also, you might consider getting, you know, there's different kinds of insulated foam board that's kind of stiff that would work. But cardboard like this ought to last for several hundred rounds, and can pretty much be replaced for free. So I'm going to put this big target on. Actually, it'll kind of go on, if you picture this side is up, it'll go on the cardboard like this. This is an NRA target. I want this up, I got these big ones so that when I replace centers and all for different distances and different types of shooting, all I'll have to do is replace with these small ones, but the outside of it will look uniform with these targets. I've got other ones, you know, 25 yard, 50 yard, and 100 yard small bore, etc. These NRA targets are very inexpensive. You can find them in a lot of places online, and they'll work fine. They also make some silhouette targets with similar height as this. So I'm going to get some of them silhouettes also, and I can put them right on. But I'll just put one of these on, and then after that, I'll use the centers and the smaller targets to put over them, and not use them any more than I have to, the big one. All we need is some masking tape, a knife, cardboard cutting knife, a marker, stapler. I'll use just a little bit of electrical tape to get these started, then I'll use some duct tape to really fasten them together good. Of course, some measuring tape and a straight edge for when I make the long cuts. Okay, one cut of course will be in the edge here, this new cardboard box, but you don't got to use it. Like I said, you can find free cardboards. I just happen to have this in the garage, so I'll be using it. So what I'm going to do is I'll cut away and I'll come back for each step, but then to save time I'll cut away on the video and come back. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is mark my cardboard for cutting. I'm going to do that by setting the top of the frame right up to the edge there, coming straight across below this cut, and just marking right over here where that is. I'll drag this down. Line her up. Mark it again. Maybe even come down here and make a final mark, so I don't think I'll need this one. Okay. Now I can just take my straight edge, line those up, make my mark. This marker ain't marking too good. It'll be good enough though. You run out of ink or something. There we go. Okay. And of course we want to, it don't got to be perfect, keep that in mind. Now we'll make our mark straight across. Good enough, not good, but good enough. Okay. Then our targets are 24 inches high, so I'm going to make the cardboard 25 inches high. Okay. Oops. Go off. Okay, that line will be good enough. Okay. I'll cut the video off again to save a little time while I go ahead and cut that along those lines. Okay, the cutting actually went quicker and easier than I expected it to, but it is done. So got my piece there. I'll just get the other stuff out of the way and we'll go to the next step. Okay, what I'm going to do now is line up our cardboard backer with our frame. Now, like I said, I'm using 2 frames because I want the target up, instead of just using 1 frame and the target would be down low here. This will get it up, you know, 4 feet up in the air or so, where it'll be a little more convenient for what I want to do. Now all I got to do here is get these frames kind of lined up here together and just get them started. I'll put the duct tape on them. I'm just using the electrical tape to get these started in a line, and I'll use the duct tape to give them a better fastening. And on the other side here, oops, we're getting a little crooked here. Sign in line here. We're not gonna perfect, but we want just, we'll have a little overlap when we're done here. Just a tiny bit though, we don't want much. We're going to be taping all 4 of these sides in. So we'll get this down where we get this kind of aligned. Let me just get a piece of tape ready. Okay. Basically, we pretty much got our height about right. Let's see here. Yeah, that'll work. Then we can just tape over them. So now I just got to duct tape together the 2 sides. And our frame will be ready, other than fastening our backer to it with masking tape. together here. Don't have to be fancy, just gotta hold them together. I suppose if you had a little welder thing, you could just weld these frames together, but I don't. So, duct tape. Good old duct tape, that'll take care of them. Grass in there. Hurt anything? Okay. Lay that out there so they know we're kind of staying square here. Okay. Get some on the other side. I'll finish off the bottom of that. Or when I get the masking tape on there, that'll kind of score things up pretty good with the cardboard. As we all know, this duct tape is some wonderful stuff. There isn't much you can't fix with duct tape. Okay. Let's see. Just try with a little angle this time, so I can kind of wrap it down a little easier. Oh, sounds like UPS man out front. Cut the camera a minute. I'll be right back.